Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Sword of Convallaria video, and today we're going to talk about the two different story modes in Sword of Convallaria. There's been a lot of confusion out there on the internet about what do you mean two different story modes, and what do you mean I can't use my gacha characters in one of them? How does the gacha work in terms of playing through the story? And I'm just going to try and sort all that out for you in today's video, and I'm going to tell you why you really don't need to worry that much about the gacha system to play the story modes in this game. So before we go any deeper into those questions, here's the, here you are in game. And when you click Voyage, this opens up your different stories. You have the Fool's Journey and the Spiral of Destiny. Now, the Fool's Journey is the version of the story mode you unlock right after the very first tutorial is over. And spoiler alert a little bit, skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want a little bit of a spoiler. Okay, you die. The city you're in blows up in the, literally, it's a spoiler for 5 minutes into the game. The city blows up and you're dead. And you just kind of wake up with this cat talking to you and you're in Elysium. And if you know anything about Elysium and Greek mythology, that you're dead, you're in the afterlife. And here, when you play through Elysium right here, you're earning gacha currency. You're earning Hope Luxite that you can go take to the gacha and pull for characters. All of those gacha characters you can use to keep pushing this version of the story, advance your account, pull more on the gacha. Wow, that was hard to say for some reason, and all of that. There is a story attached to this. You're fighting against ghosts essentially, or echoes or shadows. I don't remember exactly what they call them, but you're not fighting living beings, at least yet. All you saw right there was as far as it will let you get in the Fool's Journey. Then, after you get a certain point in Fool's Journey, you unlock Spiral of Destiny. This is a game mode where you use keys that you earn to come in here, and this is the role-playing part of the game. This is where you take control of the guild, Sword of Convallaria, and you RP it through the story again. And if you look at the Voyage map, again, if you don't want spoilers, skip ahead 20 seconds. This is the introduction story, beginning of Destiny. Literally, you failed to escape Wave Run City and died in the riot, but this does not mean the end. And now you go back to Moment of Crisis, where you replay this version of the story, except now you know that they're about to blow it up, and you can make some different choices and live however that works in this game. I don't really know yet, but you're playing through it again, and then keep pushing. Now, one thing I'll say here is this is the story mode where you cannot use all of your gacha characters. I've heard a couple of different things, but I want to go real quick to the to Reddit, and here's where I got the idea to make this video. Do the two modes intertwine at all? Just read this mess of a Reddit post. It's a good question, by the way. The questions are about, this person says, if I pull a unit in the online client, will they be accessible in the story mode or vice versa? You have to be connected to the game, I think, online to play both story modes, but I get what they're saying. If they pull units in the Elysium version, can you use them in the story mode? The answer to that question is yes. You can take 3 units from your gacha roster into the RP story mode. So you can't just load up your Sword of Convallaria guild with your gacha units, but you can carry 3 of them over. I've heard some people tell me in Twitch chat over the last couple of days when I've been just playing a little bit that you could only take 2 of your SSR characters, then maybe 1 R character or something like that. But you can take 3 gacha characters into story mode and then into story mode, and beating story mode will give you gacha currency. You can see how this is just hard to even parse. If you asked this question, you don't really understand what this answer is. And then this person's literally there are 2 modes. Yes, there's 2 modes. They're the ones I just showed you. Then this guy asked, otherwise Walk, hi guys, veteran player here. I really need some help to understand where is the gacha aspect in this game. When I see videos and trailers, I remember Tactics Advance, blah, 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 those other games. I also play Genshin Impact, so I understand the gacha games too. I just need help to understand why you call this game a gacha. Well, you call this game a gacha because that's how they make money. This game makes money by releasing characters into a gacha system, which is a lottery for pulling new units. Now, with the RP mode of this game, and I'll jump back into the client for a second here, this one, you can only bring 3 of them in. And this is why I say, if you have pulled a couple good SSR units, you're going to be forced limited to bringing only 3 with you, right? So you don't need like a whole roster of SSRs to come push this. Now there are, I think, like more challenging game modes as you get further into the game, as you get to that end game. That's not what this video is about. I'm trying to talk to you about if you were approaching this as somebody who wanted to experience the story, do the role-playing part of it. I don't think you need to worry about the gacha at all, besides just maybe leveling up the characters that you do pull and bringing them with you into that mode of the game. Okay, let's finish up this post. I just need help to understand why he calls it a gacha. Answered, I may be wrong, but Sword of Convallaria will be a single player game with a good history. Right, it is a single player game. There is PvP in this game, and PvP is going to be whale wars. So I think most people will just farm it against like other low or non-spenders for the in-game rewards that you surely will get from it. Meanwhile, the like big spenders will be clashing at the top of the leaderboard, and that's just going to be another layer to this game. I've seen some gameplay, but as I said, I don't see the concept anywhere. By the way, I will buy the game anyway. It's free. Game's free to play. You don't have to buy anything. I just want to understand what turn-based gacha game mechanic. Thank you all. So yeah, this person just didn't quite get it, that like gacha just means that's how they release new characters. You can't just buy them. You have to roll for them to pull them. And so this guy talks about that right here. And then he goes on to explain a little bit more about Fool's Journey and Spiral of Destiny, which I was just talking about, where he said in Fool's Journey, you use your stamina. That's a point I didn't bring up. There is a stamina system in this game, and the Fool's Journey is the game mode that uses that stamina, while Spiral of Destiny uses your keys. Use your characters you got from the gacha to clear the stages in this mode. Usually this is referred to as the gacha mode. So if you heard people talking about the gacha mode, they mean Fool's Journey, because it's the one where you can use all your gacha characters. Spiral of Destiny, you enter this mode using a key. Like I said, you use preset characters from the game. You could also bring 3 characters from your gacha characters. In this mode, you will roleplay as the guild Sword of Convallaria every week, in-game week. And I can show you like a screenshot of kind of what that looks like. I haven't got to the point where I'm like doing it yet, but I could show you what the UI looks like anyway. You take quest battle, do a dispatch mission, train your units, recruit units. The missions in this mode will affect your relationships with factions in the story. This mode is usually referred as solo mode or story mode. So there's that. That's kind of like how these two modes work together. Honestly, like, I love this idea, and I love the idea that it looks like you're going to be able to branch that story mode in some different ways. I've even seen some dev videos talking about how like your choices matter in the world, and maybe this is what they mean. Like, obviously that tutorial story is you start the game and you die. Story's over. Next one is you start the game, you don't die, and then you're moving forward as this guild. Maybe you can align with some different factions or things like that. I never got that far because all I have access to is the demo. We'll see when the game comes out. I'm excited to find out, and I hope this gave you a basic understanding of the 2 modes in this game. And if you have any more questions, drop them in the chat. If I can't answer them, maybe somebody who hangs out here that's played in the closed beta will be able to.